Hey guys, Richard from the Pokéfamily here again. Now I know it's been a while. It's been a long while since I actually found the time to sit down and do an edited video, and I've worked hard to make the time to do this video, and it's because it's something that I'm very passionate about. As everybody already knows, the legendary dragon raid boss from Gen 3 from Hoyland is returning, Rayquaza. You all know how much of a huge fan of Rayquaza I am. Now, unfortunately, Rayquaza isn't going to have a shiny sprite this time around. Now, if you guys join in on my live streams, myself and Amanda, we chat about this stuff all the time. I'm not going to talk about it a lot here. There's nothing to talk to, really, except the camera. So I'm not going to talk about that a lot here. It's disappointing, but I need to talk about Rayquaza itself and how important it is in the meta. Now, the meta is basically just the group of Pokemon which are considered to be the strongest, the most applicable Pokemon for the job at the time. So at the moment, we've only got Pokemon from the first 4 generations, right from Kanto through to Sinnoh, and we haven't got all the Pokemon from Sinnoh yet as a production of this video. Right now, Rayquaza sits at the very tippy top of the Dragon meta. Dragon type moves are some of the most powerful moves in Pokemon Go, guys. They are, I would argue that they're the most usable generalist in the game. Maybe Mewtwo with Shadow Ball, the Legacy Mewtwo, but Rayquaza, I've got a soft spot for it. I think it's the best. So if you don't have good ones, even though there's not a shiny, it is a good idea to go out and do some of these Rayquazas while they're here. It's a long time. It's like, what was it, a year? It was a long time in between when they last made this thing available and it being available now. It being a legendary, it's not always available. So get out there. If you want a good one or need a good one, get out there and get this thing raided. It's not perfect that there's no shiny, but it's still the best dragon Pokemon. It deals the most damage. It's got the highest attack stat. It's not as bulky as Dragonite, but still, if you want to kill things quickly, if you want to knock them out quickly, this is the Pokemon that does that job for you. So I'm just going to run through a quick raid guide in this video for you guys. Things have changed drastically since the last time this Pokemon was here. When this Pokemon was here last, you would have seen Pokemon like Articuno, Cloyster, or Walrein, things like that, Lapras maybe, in there as being the best thing to use to counter this Pokemon. Things have changed drastically. Let's just go through the basics. Rayquaza is a Dragon Flying type. Dragon types are weak to Ice, Fairy and Dragon moves. Flying types are weak to Rock, Ice and Electric moves. Dragons resist that, so cut out the Electric. This Pokemon is weak to Rock, Dragon, Fairy and Double Ice. The Dragon typing and the Flying typing is weak to Ice. My list of which counters to use is going to be filled with Ice type Pokemon. They've had a major boost in the release of the Sinnoh region Pokemon. It's changed things drastically. It's made Rayquaza a much easier boss to defeat as long as you've got the right Pokemon. So, let's go to the nitty gritty. If you're looking for a perfect Rayquaza, non-weather boosted, you're looking at 2191, 2191. If you get a weather boosted one, which is only windy because it's flying and dragon, both types are boosted by windy, it's 2739. So if you're lucky enough during this weekend to get windy weather, that's what you're looking for. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. The counters. The absolute mega #1 greatest counter that currently exists for Rayquaza in Pokemon Go is Mamoswine. Now I'm just going to pop this up on my screen for you guys. Mamoswine. There we go. I got some lucky ones. I got quite lucky. Mamoswine with, this is wrong, it doesn't have the right moves. Let me get one up with the right moves. Let me have a look. This one. Powder Snow and Avalanche. That is the Pokemon that you guys want to use above all other. Its attack's great, it's got the right bulk. If you're raiding in a smaller group and you want survivability, or even a larger group you want survivability, this Pokemon is the go-to Pokemon. There are other Pokemon that you could use that I would still count as being in the top tier of counters, but this is the #1, guys. The others being Weavile. Let me get a Weavile up for you. There we go. A Weavile with Ice Shard and Avalanche. This Pokemon that I've got on my screen has got Ice Shard and Avalanche. Jinx. Let me get a Jinx up. I'm not sure whether I've got a Jinx with the right moves. Jinx. Let me look. With Frost Breath and Avalanche. So not Psyshock and Avalanche. These Pokemon, guys, they're a bit glass cannony. Weavile and Jinx are glass cannony. You don't want to be filling your teams up with this unless you have a strong group to raid with. Some people who are also doing the same thing, because obviously their DPS will be huge. It will be fantastic, but they're very glass cannony, so they're gonna get knocked out quite quickly. And a new addition since last time, I don't think I've got one with it, but Mewtwo. Well, there we go. This one does. Ice Beam. So either Psycho Cut or Confusion. I've always said this, depending on your taste, I would use Psycho Cut. Ice Beam. Mewtwo, the best attack stat in the game. It's going to be super effective. You can't go wrong. After those like 4 Pokemon, the other counters that come after that are, they're okay. They're not bad. Articuno, for example. Articuno up. Frost Breath and Ice Beam. It's okay. It's not a bad Pokemon to use at all in these scenarios. It doesn't hold a candle to the others though. It doesn't match up. Cloyster. These are all from before. These are the things that were good before. Cloyster. Cloyster's not bad. Let's get a Cloyster up. If I can write. Cloyster, Frost Breath, Blizzard, or Avalanche. You can use Avalanche. Walrein is still about. There are other counters that you can use, but after those top 4, the time to defeat, the time to kill, comes down significantly. You could use Rayquaza, but obviously dragons are weak to dragons. You could use Dragonite, same thing. You could use Smackdown Tyranitar. I suppose you could use Rhyperior with Smackdown and Stone Edge. Lapras, Porygon Z, that's a new addition. I'm not sure what quick move you'd use, probably Charge Beam, but that has access to an Ice move as well. So there are a lot of available counters for this thing, guys, but what you need to be using is Mamoswine. Mamoswine, 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 and more Mamoswine. Use these guys. Just use them. I mean, my team, I haven't finished maxing it out yet. I'll show you my team. I'll get it up now for you guys. It's the wrong screen. Got it. Here we go. Rayquaza. Not finished powering this up yet. I've stuck Weavile in the #1 spot. It's a glass cannon. Get those damage multipliers flying up and then into the Mamoswines. Just a whole team of them. As you can see, I'm not finished maxing these out yet, but I should have them mostly done by the time the Rayquaza comes around. It's the best dragon type that there is, guys. I know that the lack of a shiny is a little bit disappointing. I get that. It is disappointing. It doesn't stop Rayquaza being a great Pokemon. Even if you just want to hunt candies, even if you just want to open up a second charge move. Remember guys, Rayquaza is not only the best dragon type in the game, it's also the best flying type. It has access to flying type moves, and it reigns supreme over the flying meta too. Most people use the dragon moves. I use the dragon moves, but it's expensive to buy a second charge move. Candies, you don't need to use any rare candies. You just catch the rare boss. Use a silver pin app. Use a regular pin app if you're good at throwing. You'll get some candy. You'll be able to open up a few. This is how important I think they are. This is my top Pokemon, the highest CP. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Rayquaza maxed out. 4. That's how important I think this Pokemon is to the meta. I can't wait for a shiny, guys, but I can't highlight enough how important that this Pokemon is. So there we go, guys. Just a little quick video, using a slightly different system this time than my usual method for delivering this information. Interesting. But anyway, I'll see you in the next, probably stream, maybe video. See you in a bit, guys. Oh, Frank.